Did he lower expectations? He usually doesn't lower expectations, does he? He kind of raises them. Is this going to be disappointing? And then I want to get into the nuts and bolts about what they are trying to achieve, because it's pretty arcane and pretty detailed where they'd finally like to get with batteries. And let's talk about that. But what are you expecting to hear?
Sure. Thanks for having me. The first thing I would say that we would caution that it's going to be very difficult for Tesla to exceed the hype surrounding this event, because it comes almost 5 months after when they had originally scheduled it. It's been delayed a couple times, but that's also bought Elon Musk more time to innovate, deliver, and really impress the street. So, we think that they will unveil a 1,000,000-mile battery today. A battery that's capable of exceeding the drivable life of a Tesla vehicle, which will really enhance the value proposition of owning a Tesla, and really further solidify their dominant market share in EVs, which Tesla's accounted for 58% of all electric vehicles sold in the U.S. last year, up from 14% 5 years ago.
So that's good, but in terms of not having partners, not buying at other places, making their own, that timeline is kind of getting pushed out. Any developments on the real high-tech nature? There's a stated intention to try to either use less cobalt or get rid of cobalt completely. There's a lot of, a tabless battery, which would be easier to hook up. I don't know whether that's on the horizon. What do you think? Do we hear anything on either one of those issues, or different compounds being used, different batteries, high tech?
Sure. So we think what Tesla they'll provide more detail about a plan to reduce the cobalt density of a battery. And they've really been working hard over the last 3 or 4 years with their partners, CATL in China and Panasonic, where we think that they have reached a point where they can make a battery with much lower or possibly no cobalt whatsoever, which would be a huge breakthrough for Tesla. So, we think they're going to provide a lot more detail on, the content and the cost of the battery. And we think probably what Elon Musk was referring to with that tweet last night was that they will start producing in high volumes this battery starting in 2022. Until then, they will rely on their partners, Panasonic and CATL, to produce the batteries.